Divergent Supreme Radio. Divergent Supreme Radio.
Music.
Divergent Supreme Radio.
Entertainment.
Divergent Supreme Radio.
Reviews. Divergent Supreme Radio.
Welcome to Divergent Supreme Radio with your host KY on Real 1100 AM Atlanta. I'll be bringing you the latest entertainment and sports news every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you've downloaded iHeartRadio or the Real 1100 app from the Apple App Store or Google Play so you don't miss an episode. Today we have a special guest joining us in the studio. First off, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Can you please introduce yourself to listeners?
Yes, so I am Alexandria Grimes. I am the owner of the Thrift Jesus, and so my AKA is Thrift. So just in case you heard that too, that does exist.
Love it. Now, what inspired you to become a stylist? Is that what you do?
Yes, so I do wardrobe styling, and I also have my store. So my store is an upscale vintage shop. So it's a mix of the two because I pull from my store to style my clients.
Nice.
Yeah, so wardrobe styling. And what inspired me, really the eras, different eras, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. Like, I love all of that. Like, right now I'm on the 70s kick. So that's why I got my bell bottoms rocking today and stuff. I've been really feeling that lately. So that's really what I get my inspiration from.
Now, what type of services do you provide for your clients?
So as far as my clients, I do personal shopping services, and then I also do on-set styling. So the personal shopping is going to be 2 packages you can choose from. It's a meet and greet package. That's when me and you personally go out and we find items that fit you, that, you know, and whatever your goal is as far as the look that you're choosing. And then the other package is I call it the panic package, because that's the package where you're like, you got a deadline, you got something you got to hurry up and do, and you have no idea what you're wearing. So that one, you give me the budget, and I just go find it. You give me your sizes and the style, and I go find it and bring it to you. So you don't have to do anything except be on set and be great, and I do the rest.
That's dope. Which do you prefer out of your 2 packages?
Personally, the meet and greet. Mm-hmm. I just like that interaction you have one-on-one with someone.
Exactly. And
being able to, because I'm really big with auras and, you know, being able to feel and read people's energy. So I get to do that firsthand when I'm face-to-face with someone. If someone I could tell is insecure when they respond to something or whatever, it's easier to tell that in person versus over a phone or an email, you know. Just having that connection is better. So. And
does that also help you, like, figure out their style?
Exactly, yes. Definitely helps with that, because you can tell, like, based on how somebody acts, like, if they're going to be able to even pull something off or not, you know?
I agree.
Right.
Now, has your work been published at all?
Yes, it actually has.
Nice.
So, one of my first publishings was actually with iHeartRadio's own DJ Scream. I styled him this year for his annual shoot. He only does one. He hates shooting. Shout out to him. But yeah, so it's been on Hood Rich Radio. Every time he has events, he uses those pictures for his flyers and stuff like that. So I styled him for that. Another one has been, I had Chris Sells in the studio. And I don't know if you guys know Chris and Queen and their story or whatever. Yes, so I styled Chris, and he actually used it for his cover art for his project. So pretty much I did those 2, and then my last one is actually coming out this month. It's going to be for Have Magazine. It's a digital magazine that's new.
Nice.
And so that one's really dope. It's going to be like all these different concepts and stuff people never thought of. So that's going to be fun to be a part of. And last but not least, I actually forgot. I did a movie. I did a short film this year called Novella.
That's dope.
And oh my God, that was like when I really felt like I found more of my niche. Because it's like you get to tell the story when you're styling for a movie versus just for a photo shoot. So with that, I had fun, and I got to meet some great people. Shout out to Nakia for Damn Right Originals, and also Terrell Hill. He's in a lot of movies and stuff right now, so he's doing a lot. But shout out to them for the opportunity. And I had a lot of fun. So you guys check that out. It's on YouTube. It's called Novella.
Novella, that's awesome.
Yes.
Now, while styling other people, do you consider your personal style?
I don't, because everybody's an individual.
Indeed.
And I just want to make sure everybody is, you know, wearing what is comfortable to them. Like, I might wear the bright colored fur or the stripes or whatever, or the 70s vibes, but someone else, they might not rock that well, but they have something that personally works for them. So I like to go out, like I said, off people's energy and their aura, and that's what I make sure I include.
Awesome. Now, how would you describe your personal style?
I am like lazy chic. Like, I want to look fly, but I want to be comfortable.
Facts.
So that's my goal. And then it's like a between the lazy chic or I'm super extra. Like, I either look homeless or I look like I'm going on the red carpet. I don't have an in between. So it's like that's kind of how I've been rocking lately.
But I mean, like, now fashion's always changing. So, I mean, the homeless look is sort of in.
It is, the hobo chic.
Exactly.
That's the kind of vibe a lot of people do. Like the Lenny Kravitz, you know. Certain people do the boho look, you know. So it does work. That's why I said it's not a bad look. But it's just,
not at all.
Those are the only two I got.
Now, what are some of your favorite designer brands?
Okay, so now I'm currently working at Neiman Marcus, which has opened my eyes to a whole new world of designers. So I've learned a lot of new ones, but some of my favorite are Valentino. I love Valentino because they play with so much on colors and textures and patterns, and they're not afraid to do something out of the box. Like, it's always fun. Whenever I see a piece and I'm pulling it at work, I'm looking like, this is probably Valentino. And I'm like, yep, I knew it, because it's always that same tone. Then I love Christian Kawan. So Christian Kawan is the designer who created those watch shoes that Cardi B had on her cover for Money, and the gloves, the watch gloves. So that's like his thing right now, and it's really blowing up, and that's a dope concept. So I loved him. I love Laquan Smith is another designer I love. Paul Smith is dope. Fendi, Off-White. I always got to give Off-White love because they just did so much in such a little time, you know.
Facts.
And then Free People is another one I love, and then like Chanel and Vetements. I can go on forever, so.
I love Vetements too.
Right.
What is your favorite clothing accessory?
I've become a hat girl. I have literally been like busting my butt to find unique hats lately.
I love that hat you got on.
Thank you. I am obsessed with hats now.
What type of hat is that?
This one, I don't know if this one was a designer. I think this one was ordered online.
Or the style?
The style of it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't want to say it's a, what's it called, a fedora?
Fedora.
It's not
it's
a
bit
fedora,
bigger.
though. It's
yeah.
like a wide brim.
Yeah,
so maybe it is a wide brim fedora. Maybe they're in the same thing. But
now, if you can influence...
The wider the brim, the happier I am.
If you can influence the removal of any fashion trend, what would it be?
I hate the nip slip thing going on. I feel like it's so trashy.
Everybody's doing that on purpose, you think?
Trashy. Like, I feel like as women, we should like hold ourselves to a higher standard than walking around with our nipples like coming through the shirt. I just feel like I'm not a fan of it. I would never do it. So, not to judge those who do necessarily, but it's just like I feel like I'll be glad when that blows over because it's like, what's the point? You might as well walk out the house naked, you know?
I agree, in a sense. Now, do you work with both male and female clients?
I do.
Awesome.
Yes, I have fun with both. I thought the men would be a challenge.
Mm-hmm. That was my next question.
No, it wasn't. I have a son. So because I have a son and I dress him like a little man already, it makes it easier for me to be able to dress my male clients because I got an idea of how the structure, the look that they would just want. But it's not. It's actually, it's fun for both, and I didn't have a challenge with either.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, are your clients always open to your ideas?
No. Of course not. But I do have a rule.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them from start, before they even send the Cash App, I'm like, look, you have to try on something I pick out before you can say no. Because you never know. And I've done it myself, too, in the past. I'll see something on a hanger, or I'll see something, and I'm just like, and I'll try it on, and I love it. Versus when you just see it on something else, another type of body or whatever. So that's all I ask of them is to try it on. If they hate it once they try it on, okay, great. We'll never have to see it again.
Nice. Now we're going to take a short music break, and we'll be back with Thrift.
Yeah. Young Hefe home. Diamonds make me feel good, make you feel I put a chain for all of my pain. You can't touch it, that's word to my mother. I didn't work this out to remain the same. Yeah, that's a bust down on my little brother. Big like medallion, built hit like a medal. Remember so nice, had to dance with the devil. Bought her a rollie because she was special. Yeah, that's a 41 girl, let me flex you. When you got power, they gon' try to test you. I'm still like you don't wanna step to. You match my swagger, you fly in jet blue. Fought for the kill, won't be hard to catch you. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. in that stool like I be in the streets. Run into you, you don't run into me. I know that karma ain't spelled with a C. I got some sharks that ain't under the sea. I know the knocks might be coming for me. I know some thoughts tryna bump it to me. Genius, I never seen them. Come to my show tryna get it for free. How you an actor, don't know how to act. I'm just a trapper that know how to rap. I got the Uzi right here on my lap. I keep an AR-15 in the back. Every other money used to bust on my trap. I used to keep a little stash in my sack. No nigga mad that I'm speaking these facts. Got a little back, she start calling me back. Got a little money, start calling me poppy. I still remember the time that she blocked me. I had to leave a little bitch in the lobby. I had to flex on her cause she was cocky. Holla tips on me, ain't doing no boxing. VVS necklace, I'm sliding like hockey. I want 100 M's in a Bugatti. I want to none of these ones that I'm sorry. I bought a chain for all of my pain. These niggas can't touch us, that's word to my mother. I didn't work this hard to remain the same. Yeah, that's a bust down on my little brother. Big like a diamond, look like a medal. Number so nice, had to dance with the devil. Bought her a rollie because she was special. Yeah, that's a 41 girl, let me flex you. When you got power, they gon' try to test you. I'm still a nigga you don't wanna step to. You match my swagger, you fly in JetBlue. Fall for the kill, won't be hard to catch you. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Didn't have to warn you that I was a savage. You play with Gigi, we gonna do magic. Skipped every class, but was in mathematics. Match the CC like she gotta have it. 3 racks a pound if you wanna come grab it. Stink up the house, we don't put it in attics. Jizzle got his dog and he gonna blast it. She think I'm a big dog cause I got a paddock. She said every one of these be chicken. I don't want none of these they snitching. I don't think none of these be killer. I don't think none of these be realer. Fly look, hit a runway with her. She don't have a ride, get a one-way ticket. Girl gon' scream my name when I'm in it. Girl gon' grab my chain when I hit it. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. Diamonds make you feel good, they make you feel good. I bought a chain for all of my pain. These niggas can't touch us, that's word to my mother. I didn't work this hard to remain the same. Yeah, that's a bust down on my little brother. Big like my diamond, look like a medal. Number so nice, had to dance with the devil. Bought her a rollie because she was special. Yeah, that's a 41 girl, let me flex you. When you got power, they gon' try to test you. I'm still a nigga you don't wanna step to. You match my swagger, you fly in JetBlue. Fall for the kill, won't be hard to catch you. Diamonds make you feel good, they make
Welcome
you
back
feel
to Divergent
good.
Supreme Radio. Once again, we're here with Thrift, a published stylist with a great style.
Thank you.
Now, Thrift, how do you keep up with fashion trends?
I really don't, to be honest. I am so under a rock when it comes to like what's trending right now. But I try my best to at least know them here or there, but I don't really do them unless it's something I just love. And I usually already be doing it anyways, or I'll try it. But really with trends, I really don't try to keep up with them. But I do know one trend that's popping right now that does help me in the thrifting world. And right now, oversized clothes are in.
Definitely.
Oh my God, that just saved my butt. Because at the thrift store, everything's like off
That's a
from your
fact.
sizes of choice. So now I can wear my big blazers and get away with it.
And it's super stylish.
Right.
Now, you mentioned before your least favorite trend would probably be the nip slip. Do you have a favorite trend at all?
That probably is the favorite, like
Oversized.
I said. Yeah, the oversized is pretty dope. I'm really tomboy chic sometimes, so I like the baggy pants, the Leah vibe,
Yeah.
So it does help to have that as a trend right now.
Are you a 90s baby?
I'm such a 90s
it's in
baby.
your
I'm
blood.
like at the peak of them. I'm 91, so I got to go
too.
through the whole era.
Facts.
But I feel like I wish I was a teenager going
In
through
the
the
90s.
era
Facts.
instead of my age. But I soaked up enough. I had the cousins, the ones you thought were cool, whatever. So I watched them and I learned from them.
Yeah, Leah's style is dope. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now, if you had a client on a tight budget, what would you do to make them look lavish while working with their budget?
So what I do, and that's my whole profession, is like thrifting and figuring out, bargains. That's what I do. So how I would do it is I would hit them, with, we got to go to Goodwill, we got to go to Rainbow, we got to go to Shoeland, Marshalls, Ross, all of those type of stores, and I would just accessorize with the designer stuff. So you might have on a $10 shirt, but you got on a $300, $400 Gucci belt.
And you can't even tell.
You can't even tell.
That's a fact.
So the accessories is what I would put the money towards, and I would make sure that the bag, the hats, the glasses, all of that's unique, one of a kind. And then just whatever as far as clothes go, I'll just make sure it's on, as you said, on trend with whatever is cohesive for the season that we're going through.
Definitely. Now, you just mentioned a few shops. Do you have any other shops that you can give our listeners?
I mean, I love exclusive stuff. So, like, I actually endorse a couple brands. It's one called Struggle Made Us Grind. I love their stuff because I'm all about, like, the rags to riches story. I actually got voted that in high school in the yearbook. So I'm about anybody who can flip nothing into something. That's what I do. So I respect that because I'm not a silver spoon baby. You know, I've been through the hard times, the hardships. So definitely I respect that a lot. And that's really what I would, aim towards.
Where can some of our listeners pick up the Rags to Riches brand?
Well, it's called Struggle Made Us Grind.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, definitely check them out on Instagram, Struggle Made Us Grind. And then you'll see it on my page too, which I'll give you guys.
Okay.
But
Awesome. Now, what would you consider your greatest success so far?
My greatest success? Trying to find it. What is it? So my greatest success, I think, so far was the film I did. I think that one, because, like I said, it really made me feel like it was something out of my comfort zone, and I accomplished it. And everybody who watched it literally hit me up like, oh, my God, the clothes went so perfect, helped paint the picture, everything. So that's really a big one for me. And, of course, like, DJ Scream, that was a blessing. Like, for him to really allow me to come in, and he already wasn't a big fan of doing something and allowed somebody in his comfort, it just really made me feel like he's such a good, down-to-earth person, and I was happy to be a part of that, too. So those two, I think, are at the top right now.
That's what's up. Now, when you first started, if you can go back and give yourself advice, what do you think it'll be? Be
patient. I was the queen of, I'm finna delete this, I give up, I am throwing in the towel. You remember these days. I'm talking to my photographer right now. But yeah, so we've been through it, and we have those days where we have to talk each other off that ledge of giving up. But if I was there for myself to tell myself that early on, like, it's gonna pay off, I would have went harder. I wouldn't have put so much energy towards the negative,
Facts. It definitely helps to have a great circle around you. Now, the fashion industry, it is constantly changing. How do you personally stay up to date and ahead of the curve?
I mind my business. I go with what I like instead of what I'm told to like. And it's crazy because me and my sister have this joke where we call people the assembly line. Because they look straight out of an assembly line a lot of times. Like, okay, I got my wig here, I got my lashes here, I got my this, I got my that. And it's like you just mush the same thing, the same look together, the same formula, and creating like clones. So I just always try my best to just focus on what I like and do it my way, and not second guess myself if I try something that nobody's done yet. That's pretty much it.
Now, what separates you from other stylists?
I am not all about labels. Like, I don't mind trying. I like to put on new designers, new photographers, new whoever. Like, I don't want to go with what everybody says is hot. So I think that's always going to keep me separate, because it's always going to be innovation. It's always going to be something different that nobody's seen or heard before that I'm bringing to the table or bringing with me. So
that's what's up. That's commendable.
Thank you.
Now we're going to take another short music break, and we'll be back with Thrift.
Awesome.
Big up every real bad charge. What yo? Big up every real bad charge. Me see, them all dirty. Me I tell you say them all dirty. For real, them all dirty. Them the one with it to pass 30. But me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Oh. Them if you know so them not gonna ever get the chance to set me up like Mandela. Envious people and crabbing a barrel, them open up your head like umbrella. Real killing no sell out, we no sell her. Watching for my mouth, them a tell her. That's why me par with some real thugs like Stolly and Joshy and Shella. Some boy, them a dirty. Me a tell you say them a dirty. For real, them a dirty. Them no one will leave the past 30. But me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Well, them fi know say me are the greatest. Every day me dress up in the latest. Them nah get the chance to kill me, Allah. Me try to need the safest. That's why me
Girl in the latex. Late in the night, she send me latex. Said the boy, bad mind, the God in the earth. Come me double plate dearer than them paychecks. Me see, him a dirty. Yeah. Me a tell you, say them a dirty. Yeah. For real, them a dirty. Them the one with it to pass 30. But me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Me no carry feelings. Me carry me gun them. Me carry me gun them. Big up every real bad charge. Big up every real Them if you know so them not gonna ever get the chance to set me up like Mandela. Envious people and crabbing a barrel. Them open up your head like umbrella. Real killing no sell out, we no sell her. Watching for my mouth, them a tell her. That's why me par with some real thugs like Scully and Joshy and Shella. Some boy, them are dirty, man. Posta tell me that them are dirty.
All right, welcome back to Divergent Supreme Radio. Once again, we have Thrift here with us.
Yes, hi.
And we're going to play a quick game here, Thrift. It's called
cool.
Finish the Sentence.
All right, that works. Let's see.
All right,
How
awesome. So, now, when I get dressed in the morning, I think
about my mood.
Okay, so
However
your
I'm
style
feeling
is
is,
based off your
yep,
mood.
I base it off my mood because I've learned in the past, you put that bright yellow shirt on and you are not in a good mood, people are going to approach you
Facts.
and be like, oh my God, or that graphic t-shirt with the funny saying or something. It's like, you don't want to wear something of, that's going to invite people to you when you're not in that energy right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then if you wake up on like a rainy day, a lot of times your mood will reflect that.
You
rainy
want that
day.
hoodie,
Exactly.
You don't want those heels and that dramatic fur. No, exactly.
Now, the most treasured item in my personal closet is...
I got to go see Beyonce and Jay-Z this year.
Did you see it at the Ben Stadium?
Yes, and I bought
that's dope.
the T-shirt. So it's like I don't even want to wear it. It's like you don't even want to mess it up. You just let it sit there and be gorgeous. And so yes, that's like right now my
That's
thing.
like a collectible.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like I don't even want to touch it right now. It's gonna take a special occasion to bust it out. But yeah,
The one electronic that I can't live without is...
my phone.
I figured.
My phone.
Especially
How
being
do
a
people
businesswoman.
in business live? I just joined, don't tell nobody, but I just joined Team iPhone.
Oh,
like
man.
end of last year. As my business grew, I was like, I have to do it. I have to switch. And there's nothing against you Android users. Shout out to the Android because I had Android for years. But once I had my business start, I was like, I need it. I had to switch to the iPhone. So
Are most of your clients like iPhone users?
yeah,
So
most of my clientele, period, comes from offline, like comes from through my phone.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, I'm dying to splurge on...
I told y'all I work at Neiman Marcus, so every
Everything.
day is a struggle. Oh my God, they have Prada shoes in there, Da Vinci, all kind of every type of beautiful heel. I actually started a shoe cam in my phone now that I put on my story on Instagram, showing off the different shoes I see at work. So yeah, I told myself before I leave there, I'm gonna get a pair, either Louis Vuitton, something.
Yeah, the prices are outrageous. I love the Saxon Fifth and Phipps Plaza.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
So
Now, my dream city to work in is...
I want to work in Shanghai.
Nice.
In Asia. They are like the fashion capital. They create a lot of stuff as far as aesthetics and using different things as far as movement and angles and shapes and, geometry in their design. And so I just want to learn from them because I feel like they're like one of the main people who are innovative when it comes to the style.
Have you ever styled a client using like the Asian look? Or
I have.
Nice.
It's on my page a couple times. So that's me foreshadowing or just like manifesting going out there.
Nice. Now, in 10 years, I see myself
opening multiple The Thrift Jesus stores throughout the country and hopefully overseas. And I definitely see myself traveling.
That's what's up.
I want clients all over. I have friends all over right now, so it's like, why not?
Now, 3 celebrities I'd like to style or love to style are...
I want to style Solange,
Nice.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh, she's dope.
Amazing, yes. And then last but not least, we talked about behind the scenes a little was Summer Walker.
Indeed.
I know she's about to blow up. Like,
Facts.
not only want to style her because of that, but just the organic sound that she brings, and like I just connected so well with her project. So it's like I know that I can come meet her and then make the look match the inner, what she's trying to express.
Facts.
So yeah.
Now, if the world stopped for 30 seconds and all ears were on you, what would you say?
I say we need to pay more attention to the homeless and to the children, because the youth is what's to come, and then the homeless is where all of us are trying to avoid being.
Facts.
Why blow off somebody or ignore somebody? We're out here in traffic for hours, everything, going to work every day, doing all this stuff to avoid being homeless. And then we meet someone who's in that position and don't want to hear their story. That makes no sense to me.
I feel like there's a lot to learn from them.
So much to learn. And I've taught, every time I have a chance, I have a conversation with anybody who's in a position, because I've even been in a position. It was temporary, thank God, but I've been there. And so it's like, it touches home for me to be able to see people in those situations. And especially knowing we got places like the Hilton with all these empty, warm beds and a row of people outside laying down. That's unacceptable.
Here in Atlanta, it's
so unacceptable. Yes. So I'm one of those people that always try to at least give something or whatever when I see them. And then the youth, like I said, of course, they're the future. So
it was truly a pleasure having you join us today.
Thank you so much for having me too.
My pleasure. Now, before we do close out the show, we'd just like some insight on what the future holds for you. Do you have some exclusive news you'd like to share with our listeners? Of
course, always.
Nice.
I mean, I'm always working, so I'm always, being blessed with something, some type of opportunity. So, for one, like I said earlier, I'm going to be being published in the actual digital magazine, Have Magazine, this month. And so you guys look out for that and follow them online at Have Mag. And then also, I'm linking with my photographer, and his name's Jamiko, and he actually has his page, Black Figures, blk.fgr, and we have some things in store as far as some events that we're going to be throwing in the near future at Stain Gallery. And that also doubles as me finally opening my first real location.
That's what's up.
I'm going to actually have a store in Atlanta. You guys can come in, shop with me. I'll also be offering my services there. You can sign up and on the spot be able to tell me what it is you're liking, what you want. I can write it down. We can set those dates. So it's going to be amazing. I'll have more information about that soon for you guys, but I'm so excited, and I hope you guys come out and support.
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much.
It's going to be dope. Now, how can our listeners check out your previous work or get in contact with you for your services?
So I have my website. That's my main source where you can find all my work. You can order items from me. Everything on my website is it's either vintage or it's stuff that I just love, that I just posted on there to share with you guys. So that's thethriftjesus.com. And then also at thethriftjesus is my Instagram. So you guys can follow me on there too. And mostly those are the two. I have a Facebook you can go to. Everything's The Thrift Jesus, though, all across the board. So you type that in. I mean, I had a few biters out there who tried, code Thrift Jesus or something. That's not me. If it's not The Thrift Jesus, it's not me. So only follow the real deal, and I'll make sure I take care of you guys.
Facts.
Right.
Now, it was truly a pleasure once again have you with us, Thrift. I want to thank you for joining us. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. Real 1100, out like a light.
Talking in my ear, baby, I trying to stay afloat, but I'm drowning. I run around with my own crew that I told you, talking me, myself, and I.